Ladies and gentlemen, you have to realize that I'm 25 years old. I'm yours truly, Mr.Taliaferro, by the way. That's my tag. I'm 25. LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Melo, and Darko Milicic came into the league when I was 8. So I was in the 3rd grade. So that was pretty much the guys I grew up with. Obviously, Kobe. I'm a big time Kobe fan, my favorite player ever. But you got to realize I came in with Melo, so a lot of my close friends were Carmelo Anthony fans, a couple D-Wade fans. But I would argue Melo had a bigger base. Well, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Melo had a bigger fan base in Memphis than D-Wade did. Even though, and D-Wade went on to win championships, play with Shaq, all that great stuff. Melo fans ride for Melo because they always thought Melo was better than LeBron. And to be fair to Melo, one-on-one, when Melo was in Denver and LeBron was in Cleveland first time around, Melo used to give it to Bron one-on-one. Boy, did LeBron he didn't like guard Melo in the post. Oh my goodness, Melo. I say to this day, Carmelo Anthony is one of the toughest guys to guard in the post in NBA history. What is he, 6'7", 6'8"? What, 230, 240? Not the biggest body in the world, but boy, he is so great at using his body to create space. One of the best in NBA history at creating space. Have you seen Melo work out lately? I have. I saw him with C. Brinkley in New York working out a couple weeks ago. Still looks great. Still creating space, going at some of the younger players. That dude is one of the 300 best people in this world playing basketball right now still. But they didn't have a job. Didn't work out in New York. Didn't work out in Oklahoma City. Didn't work out in Houston. Now he's jobless. I won't blame Carmelo Anthony as much as other people will with the Oklahoma City and Houston spots because he did play with two notoriously selfish guys in Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And now they play together, right? I'm not going to go hard on Melo like a lot of other people will for his last couple stops. Now, I think it's fair to be critical of Melo about during his stay in New York. Them teams were not good. He could have been better than that. If he was the number one guy, them teams were lottery bound every year with Melo as the leader. Now, back when I was growing up, to kind of give you this story back in, I used to argue with Melo fans all day. I used to tell Melo fans, look, dude cold as hell, but he don't get it. And it's one thing for me, I'm 5'9", 5'10", nowhere near a good basketball player. It's one thing for me to say these things, but I want to read to you a quote, and I wish I could play the audio or the video. Obviously, I can't do the copyright. From Chauncey Billups, who recently did an interview with Sirius XM, a former teammate of Carmelo Anthony's 2 times. He played with Carmelo with a little bit of Chauncey's prime left in Denver as Melo was entering his prime, and then he caught Melo on the back end of his career as these 2 guys played together in New York. So Chauncey Billups put in a lot of work with Melo, respected guy, works at ESPN. Chauncey Billups, a respected analyst, right? This is what Chauncey Billups said about his friend Carmelo Anthony on why he's not playing. He said, I feel bad for Melo, and here's why. Melo was like a good teammate, man. Melo practiced every day, and he didn't miss any games. Now, the only thing I will say, and I've even told Melo this, listen to this next line, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's the most important of this quote. Scoring 30 meant too much to Melo. It meant too much because he could have games where he have 20, 22 points. We would win the game, but Melo would be mad. He might have 36, and then he's in the locker room, we lose the game with his 36, and he's in there trying to pick everybody up. Billups went on to say, I think now you fast forward the tape, and the reason why Melo isn't in the league, because he's still worthy, is he had mentally taken that step back to say, okay, I'll come in and play against backups. I'll try to help the team out. I know I might not be able to close, but I just want to help. Billups closed by saying Melo's not there yet. Melo's 34, 35. If he were to come back to the NBA to be his 17th season as well, I'm looking around at Melo's peers. Chris Bosh is retired. Dwayne Wade just retired last year. LeBron James is a dinosaur. And then there's Melo. I asked this question to the Carmelo fans that are still scattered around this country. It's all about what your guy wants. How does Melo want to go out? The ball's in his court. If Melo came in with the right mentality, I really believe a team out there would sign this dude right now. If you can hear that he ain't clicking and he still think that, yeah, I could come in and be a starter on this team. I've been trying to say this from day one, but I'm 5'9", 5'10", and I get why you don't care what I say. Melo never had the right mentality for any team he played for after the Denver stint. Never had the right mentality for any of those teams he played for. I'll leave you with this. Never forget this. A couple years ago, right before the training camp, the Oklahoma City Thunder acquired Carmelo Anthony. And at Media Day, Melo, again, a day or two after just being acquired, Melo came in the Media Day at Oklahoma City, and a reporter asked Carmelo Anthony, would you be willing to come off the bench? I'm summarizing here. In Oklahoma City, if Coach Billy Donovan needed you to do that. Melo said, hey, yo, Pete, they want me to come off the bench. Laughing. And I watched this thing, this interview, and I was like, what's funny? I had the straightest face. Like right now, like this is my expression. I was like, what's funny? What's wrong with you coming off the bench? You think you're too good to come off the bench? I didn't see anything funny. I thought with that team, the way that the Thunder were constructed, I thought Melo would have been more beneficial off the bench. And his response was, hey, yo, P, they said they want me to come off the bench. Me? Pretty much he said, me, Carmelo Anthony, come off the bench? Well, that's why your ass is retired right now, unofficially, Carmelo, because you ain't want to come off the bench.
I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Taliaferro.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.